welcome back to Fun Time. Today we will be making a paper rose. Yeah, a paper rose. Let's get started. Okay, you'll be needing and color, any color like the rose, the rose you want to, which color the rose you want to be, and green paper because of course we need to make the stem and leaves. This time for the rose, I'm gonna pick pink. You can go with any color, just even white is okay. Red, amazing. So then you're gonna need, of course, scissors and pencil and some glue. Let's get started. So first take your pink paper, make sure it's a square, fold it in half. Just like that. Try to be as perfect as possible. And then fold it in half again. Like so. And try to just use your nails a little bit over here. Like so. Then open it all up. And cut it so it makes 4 squares. Just got cut by his own. Okay, anyways, problem not there. So just take 1 square and keep the 3 squares aside and fold this diagonally like so. Try to make it as perfect as you can. Then fold it again. Fold it like this. And try to just soften it up and try to do it like crease it up. Now it should look like a triangle. Now fold it in half so it again makes a triangle. Now comes the tricky part because you have to find a part where everything is closed. In case my part is over here, so I'm supposed to keep my paper like this and take your pencil out and draw a shape like this. These are going to be the petals. And try to be this, like this and this are like exact same spot. Like so. Then try to make it as perfect as you can. Now, cut it. Like so. Make sure it's nice and slow. And now we'll open it up and see how it turned out. Wow! Now we'll keep that to the side and repeat with all of this. So yeah. And just like this. Actually now just kind of fold it back because it's gonna be just messy. And it's gonna be used for another one. So repeat this process with all the squares. And make sure you have to make it perfect. So you can use the first thing that you did and keep it over like so. And just trace it and cut it. Let's do a little bit magic. Boom, boom, bam! Oh, wow. Now comes the interesting part because we open them all up and see how they turned out. This one looks amazing. Yeah, this looks, oh my god. This time is so amazing. And let's open this. All looks amazing. And wow. So good, right? Now comes the hard part to remember because there are 4 of these. Keep 3 of them to the side. And the first one, see this kind of like part is divided. You have to cut 1 of them in the first one. Like so. This. So in the first one, it's cut like, think this is a pizza and you cut it 1 slice and you can arrange it if you want but we'll just keep it like this. And the second one, cut out a kind of like a heart shape. Just like that. And then keep it here. The third one, cut 3 petals. You can remember one of them as petals. So we cut 3 petals off, and make sure you save these petals. And in the fourth one, you're supposed to cut it exactly in half. And this comes to the picking. Which part you turned out is the best, keep it, and you don't need this extra piece. And once this is all done, if you can arrange it, because that's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There, one's arranged. This looks kind of like an kind of cool pattern. Now the time for glue. So this part you should really concentrate about. You have to only keep glue on this one petal like this, and like, you know how you make cones? You're just gonna paste this so it's like, looks like this. Okay, and now take out a pencil and you just kind of curve each strap like this, like this. It just creates more realistic. Curve it like this, hold it for 2 seconds and leave it just like that. Okay, there you go, one done. That was done. Now you do this with the other one. Add a little bit of glue, paste it, just make sure that's nice and perfect. And time to curve, just like this, nice and slowly. Be very slow. There we go. Now do this. You're pretty much gonna repeat this process for the whole thing, but I'm gonna tell these both are gonna be a little different from the others. So make sure you stay and see what it is. Just curve that like that. Just like this. And or if you remember how to make the sugar crane, we used scissors. That's also a good way. Let me just show you. Look at very close the same, but I would prefer something like this. Now coming from the fourth one, you don't need to curve at all, but if you just feel like curving, go ahead. Who's gonna stop you? No one. There you go. There we go. Nice and smooth. Then curve that as well. Just kind of just to spice it up. And this third one, apply the same thing. So if you have noticed or not, every time the petals decrease by 1. So this was actually like 7 and it's now 6. Like that, if you noticed, I don't know, but if you noticed, good job, because you're a genius. And then now this part where you have to concentrate is only keep glue at the edges. This kind of this part. And of course, this part is the most tricky part because you gotta roll it. And just kind of be careful because your hands could be messy this time. And roll it like so. Nice and tight. Be very careful. There you go. Nice and stick that like so. And we're done. As you can see, these both kind of look similar, but this is way smaller, so yeah. And this one is going to be very difficult because there's one petal and gonna turn into a half petal, just not even a petal. Just like that. Slow and steady. Just slowly. Make sure you're very slow with this project because this actually needs a lot of concentration. So prefer to sit in a calm place and do this thing because you would get easily irritated because of the glue. So normally I do. So just like that, we made everything. Now we have to just glue. Keep them in the side. Don't mess them because this is going to be a little tricky. Take the largest one, which has 6 petals. As you can see, 6 petals. Keep glue on the middle point, just like over here. And then take this petal where 5 petals are there and stick it in like so. And try to just kind of adjust it. Whoa. Now keep glue over here and there. And do with the 4 petaled one. Just you're gonna kinda, twist each time you're doing, and that's gonna give it more realistic. Keep glue and then do like this. Like so. And now keep glue over here. And try to concentrate here because sometimes I even get confused. Sometimes I just keep this and then keep that, and it's just not gonna look so good. You can use a pencil if you just wanna kind of fit it in properly. Keep some more glue, and then stick this one in. Kind of press that in, and then keep some glue, and we're gonna make it amazing. Now the final one, just like this. How does it look? Already looks amazing and it looks very realistic. We'll keep that inside and let it dry. Meanwhile, let's make the stem and delete. Just fold a little part of the green paper so you can save that for the green paper, or you could rather just take a new green paper, but why? We should not waste that much paper, so try to use and just reduce the usage of paper. And of course, just snip that real quick. And this line does not need to be that perfect. We'll keep this later for the leaves. Now let's make the stem. So this involves rolling. So of course you can take anything, but I'm using a pencil just to start off the roll, and then I'm gonna continue the roll. Just like this. Try to keep it a little thick because that's gonna give a little bit more realism, and it's gonna help for us in the process. I'll just tell you because it's a mystery. And now glue this part. Boop, 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 boop. And then weep. And if you have excess paper lying around near you, you can just wipe it or use your amazing hand and make it dirty. Just like that. Now cut off these ends. Sharpened. You're done. Oh, that did not go too far. Look at this, but it's just a stick. We're gonna make how roses stems are, because if you buy a rose, you would many of you have been seeing rose, at least not even a real one, but plastic. They have like these kind of ridges where they hold the flower up. We have to always add it, or how the flowers stand up. It's gonna be really useful. You couldn't just melt them like that. You can go with a rectangle, as you can see. Yeah, of course, make a fourth one sorry for not adding a fourth one. And of course, this part does not need to be as perfect, but surely if you do a little bit more practice than me, you'd get it. If you see in the shadow, it looks very cool, like a tree almost. Keep that aside, and now we'll make the paper. This is simple. Hold this like this. Cut it in half. And then fold this again in half because most of the people just get confused. Now fold this piece in half because we're gonna fold it in half and draw the leaf and cut it out, and that's gonna be very easy. And we're not gonna do it individually, of course. And put them together, so like so. Just like that. Now let's draw. If you observe the leaves of the rose, they are kind of spiky. So let's try to replicate them, but draw a normal leaf because this is going to be a base line. And now try to draw kind of like this. Going down and then coming up. Go down, come up, go down, come up. I don't know if you can see. It's way... Just go down and come up, go down, come up, go down, come up. And try to make this a little, going a little deep. And just, you don't need to go all that, but just, if you want, add a little cute one over here. And start snipping, because snipping in here is the hard part. So you might want to be very careful while snipping. And just like so. Be careful. Oh my goodness, it's so scary when I cut these. And just like that. Like this. Like that. Like this. Like that. If you're just not drawing the line, try to remember this thing like this and go like this. Just turning your paper in the correct thing would make this good. And sometimes if you're not just getting it, don't lose hope. Just try it again and again. Why won't you get it? And just, if you're getting tired of just making this, sometimes I just don't follow these lines and just go on my own. But preferably follow the lines. And then let me just end that up. There we go. Now let's see how well it turned out. And those look amazing. Those kind of look like jungle leaves. Oh, that kind of gives me those jungle vibes. We made leaves successfully. Now our rose seems to be nice and dry. Now it's time to stick it onto the stem. But before that, let's stick the leaves on. Add a little bit glue. Oh my god, the table is getting so much messy. And try to kind of add them in different locations, or you can add them in the same locations. We should try to do it in different locations. Maybe that's not gonna look good. Just keep some more glue here and then just kind of do like that. There we go. Like so. Wow, this already looks like a rose for me, but it looks very weird. So let's add the beauty of this. Oh my gosh, my hands are shaking. Glue right here. Little glue. And our princess to sit on this throne. Let's stick this. Oopsie. And try to hold this for like a little bit of time. Okay. Oh my god, this looks so good and it sticks very well. You can let it dry, and once it's dry, it's amazing. Let me show this up with you and let's see how realistic. But before that, I made other ones, as you can see. These just look amazing. I made a red one, an orange, and pink. These three are my favorite roses, and let's hold them up together. Oh my god, this looks so good. As you can see, the pink one is my favorite. Red, amazing. Orange, super. And it's just so good. This one is way taller than the other three roses. But just look how realistic they look. Maybe you could add a little more touches and make it more realistic. Or just make more colors, or try to make a rainbow one. That's gonna look so cool. Anyway, this is how to make a paper bubbles. Hope you like this video. Make sure to like and subscribe to Fun Tech. Bye guys. See you in the next video.